Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Game. I'm Eric, your host and facilitator tonight. I am he, him, and this is Once Upon a Game, the story game variety show. Tonight we're featuring, is the word I'm thinking, featuring the game Honey Heist by Grant Howitt. It's an awesome little one-shot game. I love that he also credits the games that he does here, and they're all really fun games, all out of Bubblegum, 316, Carnage, and Polaris. So it'd be super fun. But just like any other game on this channel, it's not about just one person playing games, about everyone here. And I roped in three awesome, fun people tonight. So let's just go through in order here and say who is everybody and see how many horrible bear puns we can get through tonight. So there's going to be a lot. And just fair warning. There's going to be a lot, everyone.
Just great.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, just bear with us, all right?
It begins.
Starting next to me, Christine. Hi.
Hi, I'm Christine. I'm from You Don't Meet in an Inn podcast, and I go by she or them.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Kirby.
Hey, I'm Kirby. My pronouns are they, them, and I do a bunch of stuff. I'm on Twitter at Fancy Rectangles, and you can find a bunch of other stuff I do at bara.moe. Most recently, I've started posting videos from a playthrough that I streamed of No Man's Sky with the new patch, looking for animal friends and meeting aliens, and it's a fun time.
It's not Bara-moe for this.
No, it's
Okay.
BARA.moe, tragically.
You can always spy that domain. Just saying.
I look into it after the stream.
Yeah. And thank you, Kirby. And last but certainly not least, Austin. Hi.
Hi, I'm Austin. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm also from You Don't Meet in an Inn. And you can find me on Twitter at NotAnIn.
Yeah. It's not Natanin. So
No.
don't make that mistake.
Many mistakes were made.
So this is a very really, really fun, it's be a shorter game than probably what we're used to here on Once Upon a Game, but it's going to be a very, very fun. I'm expecting my belly to be aching from laughter by the end of this one, so that's always good. So before I describe the rules and everything like that, how about we just describe what this game is about? And I think Grant sums it up very, very nicely with the elevator pitch of that. It's HoneyCon 2017. You're going to undertake the greatest heist the world has ever seen, but two things. First, you have a complex plan that requires precise timing. And second, you're a goddamn bear. So that's really good. Grant obviously must like Jason Morningstar games, like, because it just seems like that's a Jason Morningstar game. Have you ever heard the premise of a game? All right, actually no, I'll save that for later. Let's do character creation. My friend told me the story about one of his games, and it just cracks me up every single time. So all right, I can't do it without saying it now.
Okay.
So it's like, imagine a game where you all sit down and it's like, okay, so it's 1943 and you're cruising across the desert of North Africa in the war, and okay, so who's driving? And like someone raises their hand, and the next person goes, okay, who's on the 50 caliber machine gun? And someone else raises their hand. It's like, okay, who's wounded and is really hurt? Okay, great. And the last person's like, okay, who's guarding the necromancer?
Sure.
It's just like
That would complicate things.
Does that have like
I love that game.
Kickstarter or crowdfunding thing going on right now? I think I saw
It does it? I don't know.
No, Grant.
No, Grant.
Oh, Grant, yes. Oh, yeah, Grant absolutely has a Kickstarter going on that I totally am going to remember to tell him about and tell everyone about. It's a really cool one. No, it's actually about the Spire. It's a like cyberpunk elf resistance game. It's pretty cool. Definitely check it out. I will put a link here in le chat noir.
There's like 40 hours left in it,
Yeah.
I think.
It's like literally like right
Get in
around the end here.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna back it right now. Right now. So, done. Okay, cool. See, I can do it just now. You can too. So, yeah.
The beauty of Kickstarter.
So Mara Dean in chat mentions, if we get guns in this game, do you have the right to bear arms? Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the good stuff right there. Okay.
Hi, Mara.
Yeah. Hi, Mara. Let's make characters. The way this game's gonna work is that we're the three of us here, everyone but me, sadly, are going to be making some sweet bears. Just a combination of 3d6 from each of you will give you the type of bear you are, the descriptor for your bear, as well as sort of your role in our group. And then lastly, you're going to come up with their name, and then we're going to be rolling on the hat tables.
All right. Should we just start rolling away?
Yeah. And we all used Roll20 before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's 3D. Yeah.
All right. I also rolled my hat.
Ah, okay. Cool.
But
Well,
why did it do 3d20? Hang on.
Yeah.
I thought I had clicked d6. That's why I was confused. There we go.
Oh, I got exactly what I wanted.
Nice.
which is a very rare
Right.
sentiment in a role-playing game, especially with tables. Okay, cool. So who wants to go first describing who they rolled and who they got?
I'll
Christine.
go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's see. I am the rookie is my descriptor. I am a black bear, which means I'm good at climbing. And I am the thief with a fez.
Nice.
So, need a good name.
Oh, I need to do one more for my.
Which is a D8, not a D6, which is weird.
Oh, it's a D8. Oh, okay. I need to reroll from a hat. Cool. All right. So my bear guy, is a washed up polar bear, which means my skill is swimming. And my role is the driver.
Ooh. Okay.
And my hat is a bowler hat. Just
With a
good.
bowler.
That sweet Speedwagon bowler.
Mhm.
Heck yes.
Cool. I'm just putting placeholder names in front of everybody here. How are you washed up if you can swim?
That's how I got here. I watched. No, I used to be. You know what? I used to be in those Coca-Cola ads. I used to be somebody.
Were you the baby bear or the adult bear in those ads?
I was the baby bear.
Child
Oh,
actors.
child star.
Ugh. Are you drinking a Coke too?
Now I'm a Coke Zero.
What?
That made me chuckle way
They're not
more
even
than it
gonna
should.
make Coke Zero anymore. This sucks.
This world. It's a tough world for bears.
We're gonna take it back.
That's why we're doing our heists.
Oh god.
Oh my
okay.
god. I like how you can just play a game and like it immediately just gives. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't even begun like actual proper, just doing setup right now, and it's like already so many questions.
All right,
So-
I'm gonna figure out a name while we.
Okay, Christine.
I am a slick grizzly bear who's the muscle, and I'm
Slick-
wearing a flat hat.
Nice.
Slick Grizzly is a great name, by the way.
Actually, I'm changing my name. I'm gonna go by Slick.
Yeah, Slick Grizzly. And you said you're the muscle.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Nice. Oh, Drummer Boy in the chat suggests that my guy was replaced by the CGI bears, and that's
Oh no!
fucking computers taking our jobs.
Jeez.
Oh, Slick, what was your bear's hat?
Flat cap,
Flat cap.
which I kind of want to run and get. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think I have a very similar. I'm going to
Go
do
ahead.
that. I have
No,
a
go
very
ahead.
similar
Yeah.
one. It's not
Go
quite
absolutely.
a flat hat.
Go get the hat.
We're very
I'm
pro hats.
very- Yes, absolutely. Iceberg.
And I do have a name now for my bear. I'm gonna go with Jenkins.
Nice.
Ooh. It's not quite a flat hat, but General Mao is close enough.
That's good.
Nice.
This is going to get way too warm.
Yeah. It'll work.
I will have it here for inspiration.
Yeah.
They're in spirit.
hmm
Perfect.
What will my hat do in this moment? It's the brains in the operation.
Don't let your head get too big now.
Mm.
Okay. And Kirby, do we have a name, or are we still thinking about it?
We do. I'm gonna go with first name Titan. And then last name is spelled Eisberg. Iceberg.
Iceberg.
Okay.
So, since you're
Watching
washed up,
Iceberg.
do you have a Coke addiction?
Ooh.
No. We're not.
You open, you get in the car, you open the door, and it's just a bunch of bottles just fall out of Coke.
God.
I'm good to drive.
Don't tell my wife I'm trying to
Fine. I
Yeah.
gotta get that good honey to get back on the right track because I've been on that high fructose corn syrup for too long.
quit.
I gotta get the real stuff.
Gotta go organic.
No anymore. Exactly. I gotta get that agave.
Okay. Let's see if there's a claw print or something I can use real quick for. Just use a number. Okay, cool. Everyone has 2 stats. You're either a bear or a criminal. Everyone starts at 3. So I'm just gonna throw that onto everybody's.
Gotta love a nice simple character sheet.
Right?
Nice.
It's a very, very simple character sheet. Also, I think hopefully everyone who's playing at home can also see our game. So that will help. And our game mechanics are very simple here today. Literally, all we're going to be doing is when the need arises, whenever there's a doubt, we're going to be rolling a d6. And what you got to do is get it under, or equal or under, I should say, not just under your stat. So basically, roll under. It's very what's the other game? What's the John Harper game? Lasers and Feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy. And then of course when you have your little special thing, I didn't write it down on here, but it's accordance to your bear type. If you're doing that, then you roll 2 6s and you pick the lowest. So it's kind of.
Or if it's also related to our role, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I said only this skill. I'm sorry, I meant skill or roll. You roll the thing that you're good at, right? Like the 2 sentences or phrases that you're actually good at. Those are the things that you can do, right? However, this game will be changing because what we're actually rolling under is dependent on what we're actually doing, and there's 2 different things that can happen. If you get frustrated, your bear stat will go up as you become less criminally, become more bear-like. And if you're more greedy, then it goes the other way around. And that's like if your plan's working too well. And that's when your bear becomes more criminal. So, and then lastly, then this is probably my favorite part of the game. Sorry for editorializing the rules while we're doing it. You can voluntarily move 1 point from bear to criminal by doing a flashback scene in which you and the other bears plan out the heist over coffee or cigarettes in the back room of a seedy bar. You can voluntarily move 1 point from criminal to bear by eating a load of honey. See, that's actually the secret one. That's the secret winning maneuver. Okay. And then, of course, things happen that are really, really bad if one of your stats ever goes to 6. So try to get a stat to 6. That's what that says to me. Okay.
But wait for Act 3.
Yeah. Okay, so once again, we're at HoneyCon 2017. HoneyCon is the preeminent honey exposition. It's where all the great apiarists, I guess, would be the word.
Suppose so.
Yeah, right. Come together and talk shop, and they're never gonna know about this amazing sting operation you guys have planned on them. Because this year's is going to be done unlike any other one. They're being on the road this time. You're getting the convention is going to be set up in a sort of a convoy-esque manner where they're going to be dropping stuff down at a little like truck stops and like pop-up tents before hitting the road again. And they're doing
Eric,
a coast.
Sorry, is this the Fast and the Furious?
Yes, it is. That is perfect. Oh my god. However, yeah, because of recent economic downturns, the con has been a little shaky on being able to shell out a lot of money for everything. So a lot of their cars tend to break down, and they don't travel too fast. So what better way to hit something that I won't expect them when they're also a little bit weak because everything's run down, right? So pretty easy there. Now, what I want to know is how long, where. So you're the driver, right, Iceberg?
Yeah, that's what I do these days. That's all I do.
Yeah. What kind of car do you have?
Ice cream truck.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, are you forcing everyone else to sit? Is there enough room for both people in the back? Or is there only enough room for one person in the front that someone else has to sit right in the back?
It's a soft serve operation, so there's enough room for people.
Okay.
There's 2 people up front and one person kind of hangs out on a crate. It's fine.
Sure. So, of the 3 of you, who has a bad feeling about this heist?
I do.
Sure. And why?
Well, I was trying to go legit. I spent some time in a zoo after the last heist, and I was trying to get my life back together, but I lost all my honey in some militant vegans came and reappropriated it, said that I was stealing from bees. And that was my retirement.
The worst.
And I thought, I had to come back to this, but I don't want to go back on the inside.
Had to do one last job.
Now, who's the bear that knows that there's a briefcase full of Manuka extract worth $5 million?
I'll say that's me, but I don't actually know what Manuka extract is. I just overheard some apiarists talking about it. And I was like, that sounds honey related. Don't know much about the trade yet, but I'm eager and I got the info.
Perfect. Cool. And then, of course, we have Iceberg then riding up here. So let's talk about what the ride's like and what your guys' ultimate plan's going to be here for hitting this heist. So you know that it's a convoy of about 13 vehicles, each from the 13 original colonies of America. It's going across the world demonstrating basically the colonial bees, basically a back to their roots kind of tour this year for HoneyCon. Ultimately, once like I said, they have to make frequent stops, and when they do, sometimes they get filled up with honey, and you're waiting for figuring out when you're going to find that sweet honey payoff, as well as that extra enticing Manuka extract. So I imagine you guys are either you know I don't think you already set up a plan, right? Like you're already kind of like in the action here. So right. So
oh, definitely.
You guys are already on the road, And the first thing that comes to mind that should not be here is that there's already another truck in kind of like like a security guard truck behind them. Like they've already caught your scent or are expecting something, right?
Well, we got to get rid of them.
Yeah,
It's true.
Or distract them at the least.
Probably should have wired the truck to play something other than Teddy Bear Picnic.
Yeah, that doesn't really relate to ice cream very well. Why does it play that?
I had to hear Mary Had a Little Lamb one more time.
You need a lamb?
Truck already. I don't want to get into it.
Well, that's okay. I think we'll do fine.
Yeah. Sure.
How do we want to get rid of these guys?
they haven't spotted you yet. Although it's kind of weird considering it's an ice cream truck.
Everyone loves ice cream.
Innocuous. Yeah.
I have an idea. What if you two create a distraction and I'll sneak into their truck and I'll put a stick between the seat and the gas pedal and then they'll have to go chasing after it.
Isn't the truck at the back of this convoy?
Oh,
Yeah,
is it still mobile?
Yeah.
I imagine you guys are literally like coming up behind this convoy, right?
Okay.
You could be coming from a different angle, like from above. It's totally up to you guys,
Airdrop
right?
the ice cream truck.
Yeah, I'm totally on board with that too. How would you guys approach this convoy, right? What would your guys' heist plan require? Not necessarily the intricate details. All I want to know is like if you guys are going to be trying to do stealthy stuff, or you're trying to go like hit and run.
I
Like
thought we would
a social infiltration plan.
I
Kinda
thought
just
we'd
like a
wait for
general
them.
idea.
I thought we'd wait for them to stop, and then hit them while they're at a gas station or a diner or what have you.
Oh, seems to work.
But I
Stealth
mean-
really isn't my thing in this particular biome. It's a little too brown.
Yeah, I definitely imagine it being kind of southwest, like Route 66-y, like very, very dry.
Oh, it does me a lot of good.
So I guess we'll act natural until the convoy stops. We'll just blend in with our fellow motorists.
Yeah, and
It
doesn't take long until the convoy starts pulling over. There's a famous diner. I need a good pun name for a bear.
The honey pot?
Let's call it the honey pot. I was gonna say impossibly good burgers, but
That's also really good.
That's the tagline on the menu. Is impossible.
yeah. So yeah, they call it. So it's the honey pot, and that's when the all the cars start peeling off. You see all of the numerous tail signals because they're very diligent about their tail lights as they all get out and proceed to spread around and get ready to camp for the evening. Of course, the security guard trucks are the last ones to get squared away, as they you see them drive around the perimeter and make sure everything's okay before finally kind of stopping near the ramp, the parking lot where everyone else is.
You want me to tear out the wires in that truck, boss?
Yeah.
All right.
Am I the boss?
You are now.
All right.
Certainly not me.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna wait for the people, bears, in the security truck to leave, and then I'm gonna nonchalantly go to a tree to scratch my back, and then from there go to the security vehicle and rip out some necessary wires in the front car things.
Oh yeah, and disable it. Totally.
Mhm.
Are you doing this so that the car is like completely unusable without them realizing it, or is it going to be like if they come back, will they see that the car's messed
I
up?
think they'll see the cars because our plan involves just sort of snatch and grab. So
Okay. Okay, they'll see. Okay, so it's not as delicate as Okay, perfect. No problem. So
Quick
go ahead
question.
and. What?
Sorry. Is everyone in this scenario a bear, or we bears and everyone else is a human?
I was thinking everyone else is humans.
Okay.
okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
Would it be better? Yeah, it's a good question. Do you want, as
No,
far as
I
a
think-
palette
I think-
goes?
I think humans versus bears, because us becoming bears doesn't make sense if everyone is bears.
Yeah, I think it's more interesting if everyone but you are humans.
Okay.
And we just have like the thinnest of disguises.
We have our hats.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have
Only
exactly.
humans wear hats.
clearly.
Exactly. Cool. So all right, so this will be their first roll of the night then, right? So
Yeah.
This I don't think this is a muscly. Oh, actually, I think it is actually. Yeah, you're totally messing up that car. Of course. While you're doing it, it's certainly going to be loud, and there might be a chance of people coming and
Mhm.
checking out what's going on, right? So go ahead and make that roll for us and just get under 3.
Oh, I did not.
Ooh. So of course you start tearing into the car, right? You do, but and the car gets destroyed, but just not. But unfortunately, your paw gets stuck in the mangling stuff, and as like the car kind of just like gets crumpled, and I imagine the wires in the engine is your hand's now stuck in the machine, and you see two guards slurping up some. What do you call it? What do you call the thing from not just a milkshake, a McFlurry,
Frosty,
or like honey.
or
Yeah, frosty.
Frosty?
Yeah. All right, so a frosted honey treat, coming out slurping, and they see you.
Hand
slurp.
in the cookie jar.
hand in the cookie jar, and there's a just quiet for a minute.
Awkward eyes.
Awkward
Just-
eyes.
Can I sneak up behind them and just clonk their heads together?
Oh, just like bongo, like
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
So like out of the darkness, we see, yeah,
Jenkins, yep.
for sure, Jenkins. That's perfect.
How badly
Alright.
messed up is this security truck?
Oh,
Because
it's-
now that we've taken out those guys.
It's mangled and rough, and as well. So just so you guys know, when you guys are failing, make sure you are moving your point from criminal to bear. Oh, actually, I guess I'm supposed to be doing that because I wrote that. Oops. Here's what we're gonna do. Everybody is going to. Can you guys do me a favor here? At your character sheets in 56 font, write the numbers so then you have editable privileges on top of them, so you can modify them as we go. Sorry about this. Would be way easier than me describing and then also remembering to retroactively go back and fix that stuff.
Yep.
Right. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So you rolled a 5. Okay.
Yeah.
They're too fast, right? They see you and they splash you with their honey drink, distracting
no.
you in your eyes, and it gets in your eyes, and it's delicious. But of course, they don't have all their stuff they need is in their ruined car now, and so now they're going to be scrambling around and getting other people's attentions. You guys are not going to be able to hide unless you guys try to make a break for it kind of now and start sleuthing around as a group gathers looking for what's going on in this car. And of course, by this point, Christine, your Slick's able to get their paw out of the machine by this point, and things are already not off to a real slick start here.
All right. What other vehicles are available? Because I think, did everybody get out of their cars to go eat?
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine the whole diner is full and bustling.
All right.
All the hustle and bustling. It's a real hive of activity. And
Time for Titus.
all of the honey is like securely locked in various large. I imagine a convoy of like what do you call it? Like the vehicles from banks, like like an armored
Armored cars.
Right? Like I imagine there's a couple of them. There's a couple like for the larger tents and stuff like that. They're in the back of 18-wheelers. So like it's a big, huge truck convoy. But like I said, like a lot of the cars are all rusty and kind of garbagey because they've fallen on hard times.
I'm gonna get in one of the armored cars and hotwire that bad boy.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be.
I imagine it's nighttime. Yeah. I imagine it's kind of like dusk or like nighttime, right? And so like there's like patrols of people with like flashlights being like, "What the heck's going on? Why is this parking lot not well illuminated?" And we see Iceberg, getting fidgety with the wires and getting everything going. So
I think you can hotwire it from like sitting inside.
yeah, sorry, that's right.
Yeah.
In my head, yeah, you're inside underneath the steering column, right? And like you're looking at the window, and we see like the patrols going around, right? And
Nice.
yeah. And so you might actually be like a polar bear is like slurking back in the seat, like hiding as you're doing it. Totally.
So, would that be calling upon driver skill?
Oh yeah, your knowledge of cars.
So,
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So I would roll 2d6 and okay.
Yep. Roll 2. Take the
4
lowest.
and a 6. I like my lower one.
Woo! Boy.
We're good at this. We're great.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Oh man.
You get the car going, right? Like you're getting ready, it's getting close, and that's when you hear people come by the car. And so then you have that depth moment of like, like aliens where like they're on the other side of the window. They don't know that you're there. Or they don't know that you're in the car kind of thing, and you just hear them talking about the con and how it's going and how they're really hoping they they win the first prize and they can take home that sweet $5 million at the end of this trip. And then they go by in their way. Relax, you breathe, you have a huge sigh of relief as you start the car. Only the car just gets going and just immediately crashes into the car in front of it. Causing a huge wreck. Those two people bouncing around. You're still in the car, but it's working now, right? But it just like it stalled for a second and then just immediately lurched forward and ran into another car, right? Into another armored car, but it's working now, right?
Okay.
Seems like we need a bit of a distraction.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat one of the security guards' face to terrify everyone.
Sure.
Sure.
You see delicious golden goo drizzling out from the car that you hit, by the way, Iceberg.
Ooh.
And yeah. You probably see that too, Slick, on your way. But, of course, gotta rip off faces before you...
I did. I got it. I did it.
Jenkins, get the stuff. Get the stuff and get in.
Was that Bear?
That was Bear.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, I should have rolled 2, but...
Yeah, that's definitely in your wheelhouse.
You've also got your Bear at 2 on roll 20 instead of 4.
I think you have it the other way around, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's totally the other end. Perfect, yeah. Oh my gosh, so out of nowhere, a grizzly bear. Right, you guys
a person in a hat.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Normal person in a hat.
A very normal person in a hat rips off the face of one of these. Not even a guard at this point. Like these guys are just apiarists, and of course the other one goes running as you roar. And there's some pools of honey around.
With the distraction, I'm going to scoop up some of those pools of honey with my fez, because I don't think I have anything else to scoop with at this time. So I'm going to scoop up the honey and then I guess try and find something more permanent to put them in.
So you just have a soggy honey-filled fez.
Yep.
Oh,
And
it smells so good.
I'm desperately looking for some kind of container so it doesn't.
Into the cup holder of mine, and there's like a big gulp, and I just shake it out. Pepsi anyway. Just here, get in the car.
Wait, does the ice cream truck actually have ice cream in it, or is the vat's been emptied? Because we could just dump the honey in there.
We have this car now.
You're just leaving your ice cream truck behind?
We have this car now that looks like the other cars that are supposed to be there. Get in the car.
You're the boss. All right. So I get into the car that's been in the auto accident, and
it's fine. It's like crap anyway. Now we match the other one. That's
one of those armored bank cars.
Yeah.
I have a look in the back, see if there's anything to put the honey in there.
There's a metal grate that is obviously unlike the other car that you hit. It also has jars in it. Only these jars aren't necessarily that crisp, serene, honey golden look. These have a faint green to them. You've never encountered honey quite like this before, but they're all secured back there by a strong metal gate, right? And it's a key to get into it. So you can open the back door, and then the actual spot where all the goodness, where all the reservoir of what we're after is still just out of reach.
I use my claw to pick the lock because I am an expert thief.
Of course you are. So that's definitely within your resume. So that's why you get paid the big jars.
Regular Lupin arson over here.
Nope.
Lupin the Furred, if you prefer.
This is not going well for me.
No, the locks. You misjudge the complexity of the lock as you feel a large shock go up your arm. This is electrically charged security features. And then you see that because you tampered with it, you see a second gate behind it. And now it's like going into, lockdown mode. If you would. The car turns off. You see a blinking red, silent alarm light.
Not my fault.
Get out! Back of the ice cream truck. Let's go!
I have an idea about how to bring back your stats a little bit, since you're dangerously close to betraying us. For the flashback scene, we should figure out if our plan was just to grab one of the honey things and go, or are we planning on infiltrating them with the honey vehicle once we steal it?
So what's the name of the seedy bar that we're meeting in the back of?
Something mead.
The bad mushroom?
The Kodiak moment.
Oh.
Eric with the save. All right, so we're in the back of the Kodiak moment. And I guess I come in late because I'm the newbie. I'm sorry, I'm late. I've never been here before.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
Oh my god, no, Drummer Boy wins. Sorry, it's the Klondike bar. That's way better. Oh my god.
Very good.
Oh my god. Yeah, of course it's Iceberg's establishment.
My cousin runs it. He lets me hang here whenever I need to. He turns a blind eye. It's very forgiving. His wife is on Lost. It's very he's doing all right.
I hear that role didn't really go anywhere.
Wow.
Did
get those syndication checks, you know?
Yeah.
Did your cousin's ex a Klondike, and he frequently like will a couple drinks down, just like, ugh, what wouldn't I have done for her?
This rules.
That's good.
All right.
So, what's the plan, fellow bears?
We can all take our hats off here. It's fine.
So I was thinking that we aim for the Manuka extract. Anything else we get is just to sweeten the deal a bit.
All right.
I don't know, kid. I don't know if you know the full implications of what you're saying here. I mean, you steal some honey that's like, you're out on bail. You steal some of that honey, 10 to 20.
All right. Well,
Where?
The zoo.
That sounds
maybe
rough.
the circus for good behavior. Now look, there's one thing I've learned about this crazy thing called life. It ain't no picnic, boys. We have to have a backup plan because anything that can go wrong probably will. So yeah,
I just
we can go for the big get. We can go for the big get. We can go for this fancy Madoka extract or whatever.
Uncut.
But look, man, you gotta have something to fall back on. Because even the sweetest deal can suddenly go sour before you realize it.
We're back in the parking lot of the Honey Pot. Things are not going well.
But I got my 2 criminal back.
All right.
I recall the planning, and I'm less freaked out as I recall our backup plan, which
I didn't say I had a backup plan.
No, you said
We should have a backup plan, which was your cue, fancy new guy, to make a backup plan. I had a backup plan. If I was good at backup plans, I wouldn't be here. I'd be the Pepsi generation.
All right. I get on top of the diner and I scope out the situation.
Sure.
Should I roll for that?
What are you intending to find?
I want to see the layout of where all the people are and where there's like blind spots to how they're set up.
In order for you guys to find a good, clean getaway spot?
I don't think we have a stash yet. We don't really have anything in hand. I think it's
like
to
2 ounces.
Yeah, you have a fez. You have a fez full of honey right now.
Yeah, I think I want to try and find the most vulnerable of the honey stashes, because presumably there's people distracted by the horribly mauled body.
Oh yeah, if you want to know where their big score is, yeah, there's an 18-wheeler full of honey. On the back of it, it says it's Beyonce.
Is the logo a queen bee? Yep. Good.
That's the you know the money's in there, but you also know that the reason why it's so good is that they keep the bees with the honey, so there's plenty of bees in there. You know that.
All right. Well,
Who's so good with bees? I tend to break out in hives. Why I break into hives?
They're not just any bees. They're rumble bees. They're ready to fight.
Well then, let's see. Do we want to steal the whole truck or just the contents? I guess we don't need bees, do we? We're not apiarists. All
I
right.
mean, as long as the bees are in the back, I can work my magic behind the wheel. And then once we get somewhere safe, I don't know, we can smoke them out or something and get some of those suits or whatever. We can find additional equipment, but the big thing is we just have to transport them away from the rest of the pack.
Yes, that is true.
If you can get me behind that wheel, we can do this. But that's a big if.
All right.
The way we've been doing tonight.
So yeah, so I don't think you need a roll yet to get up there and scout that stuff, right? So here's what you see, right, Jenkins? So you get up to the roof, and you see that, you see the Beyonce Gold, amazing, unbelievably good honey. The what do you call the trailer is disconnected from the 18-wheeler, but they're close by, so you would have to basically fix that part and swing out. And given the size of the patrols and how people are terrified, that there's probably cops on their way, so you're gonna have to act pretty fast. You can't wait for the most opportune moment, unless you want the cops. You want the fuzz on you. But other than that, you think there's probably a good opportune time.
Okay.
Okay. Should I create more of a window?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah. Okay. So since I'm near the car crash, I'm going to scoop up some of that leaking honey and put it right in my mouth. So increasing my bear stat. Yes.
Oh, it's that good stuff too.
It's that good honey.
Just
and
mainline it right.
Yeah. And I'm going to just start grabbing people like they're salmon.
Got an idea. I got an idea.
What's up?
I run over to the truck, to the ice cream truck. And I go and I get a big bottle of chocolate syrup and I set it on the seat. I'm going to put it on the gas pedal. Slick. Put him in the back. Make him chase them. So if we throw the guys in the back of the truck, then we send the truck off wherever. I'll crank the music. They'll go after the truck, and that way we have a chance to
escape.
To do this thing.
Okay.
We good?
Totally. Okay.
All right.
Cool. So then we're
Let's
gonna
do
need... Yep. Okay. Cool. Slick. I need a beat up roll as you get into melee. Roll another one. Aren't you a...
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's definitely Barry.
And then should I roll for hijacking my own ice cream truck? Setting up the base?
No, I think that's just a great plan, and I think
Okay.
that all gets kind of set up with the getting everyone in the car.
Heck yes. All right.
Yeah, because wait, are you setting it off now?
Once there are people in the truck, yeah.
Yeah. Slick has no problem taking out these people. You are really, really good at what you do as a grizzly bear. You're definitely a professional. And yeah, it's your body's ice cream truck full of bodies.
Oh man.
I don't know how to put it. It's
I mean, one of them still kicking around, so they know. Oh my God, there's someone in this truck.
Just lock them inside.
Yeah, crank the music and send it on its way.
yeah, of course it's going on its way. Okay, so you guys have some time.
All right. While they're hitching up the trailer, I'm gonna make sure and carefully hotwire this 18-wheeler cab. So let me roll driver bear.
Oof.
4 and a 1. All right.
Not good enough.
Not the 1?
Oh, you got a 1. That's right.
Yeah,
It's
yep.
not the, I'm so used to being like take highest. That's like,
I know.
right?
Like, if
Sorry.
this was any
So-
other game, we'd be crushing it.
Yeah, of course a 1. Of course, no problem.
Okay.
You make it's the same. So it's the 18 wheeler is the same make and model as like the armored truck. Like it's a Ford or whatever. I can't think of a good bear. Anyways, like
That's
Fjord,
fine.
like FJ or I don't know.
Uh,
Right, and so you're more familiar now with the specifics, and
Alright.
it's easy without even thinking about it. The car turns on, you're ready to go. However, that back of that trailer is mighty heavy. How are we gonna get that thing hooked up to the 18 wheeler?
I'm keeping the engine warm.
I'm guessing that Jenkins is just looking at me.
I'm trying to think if there's anything sneaky. Does the diner
Teamwork,
have
Bubs.
Does the diner have is there a mechanics garage nearby?
No,
Yeah, okay.
there's a diner.
Yeah. What is sometimes tractor trailers have bear clamps for tightening straps and holding down cargo. Maybe we can use one of those to pull the trailer onto the cab.
Yeah, it sounds good. It's gonna be
Yeah.
an amazing feat of strength hauling this thing. But yeah, there you find some of those cargo straps. Now it's just a matter of physically being able to do this.
All right. Should I do that, Slick? Or does the one labeled Muscle want to attempt this?
I guess just exhausted after throwing all these people and just
Yeah.
make my way to the cab. Red
Red
and
blue lights are on the horizon.
Okay.
Hopefully your plan pays off.
Yeah. But I do steal your fez and lick it for some honey goodness.
No, that's our score.
It's a generous amount of honey licked out of there.
Okay, so that's brings up my bear. And oh, good. Okay, got a 3.
Oh, easy. Yep. Once again, you have what was the defining moment for you that were like things started working out? What was
Fell
it?
in love.
Fell in love.
Yep.
It just seems like did you fall in love with this type of honey? Or
No, I fell in love with a sweet sun bear.
oh,
She got
Don't
me
we all?
straight.
don't we all? Yeah. Okay. So it's you thinking about your sun bear and lying on a beach somewhere with all the honey. You're able to haul this trailer and hook it up. The engine's ready to go. The cops are coming. The question is whether or not they are going to be pulling into the diner or are they going to be following the ice cream truck. What do you guys do? You want to wait on see if it's see if your plan works out here? Do you want to do something to make sure that
Yeah.
because
I'm
if you leave now, you might be and go the other way, right? You might be in the clear. Period. If you wait, it's a luck situation.
I'm gonna take my disguise back, my lovely fez, and slap it on top of my head.
Sloppy honeyed fez. More golden goo goes over your forehead of a bear.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna go wait by the roadside and sort of hide. But if the cops look like they're gonna stop, I'll come out and be like, "They went that way," and point after the ice cream truck.
Slick, get in.
I come into the cab.
Okay.
Jenkins, you're doing this. You lost shotgun
All right.
privileges.
Yeah,
Just
Jenkins.
sit in the back.
I'll
Yeah.
climb on the
Back
cab.
There's probably a third seat in there.
Make a criminal roll for me, Jenkins.
Oh boy, and not my
your-
specialty.
Yeah.
Oops. Come on, lady luck.
Survey says.
Nope. Nope.
Nope. Not
I
even
am-
close.
Nope. Nope.
The cops slow down.
Is that a bear?
They proceed to move in. They shine a light at you and say, "What's on your head, son? Looks real bad. Is it covered in honey?"
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
It's
haven't
not
quite
bad, sir. Fezzes are cool. And
Why is it all covered in honey? Is everything right down here?
oh, yep, there was just a minor honey spill after some terrible people in an ice cream truck knocked over a bunch of our cases. They went that away.
Like, if we leave now, it's a 50-50 split. That's all I'm
This is-
saying.
Oh no, that ship has sailed. They have stopped now in front of you. But this is your last ditch effort here.
Mm.
You're,
Desert.
you're fast talking. Oh, that's true. I didn't think about off-roading. Yeah, you want to try to fast talk them right here? Your last chance if they want to believe you. And they like we hear the distance. In the distance the crying of the ice cream truck. So
Oh God. Well, I mean, I guess I'll go for it, but I think I'm about to flip out and maul the shit out of these cops.
I mean, that stops them just the same, dude.
Yeah. Well, no! Don't let my sacrifice be in vain.
oh no. So you become a bear, right?
Yeah, I just lose my cool and just.
So you were trying so hard to lie, but the pressure comes out, and you just become a bear. And you see, I think the camera pans back over to the Beyonce truck, and you guys are waiting for them, and then you hear the roar of the bear, and you know what's happening. Do you help your friend? Do you go? What do you do? You know that if you don't do anything, Jenkins is going to get arrested and do some hard time. Right. But if you
the
guys
fez
get out of here,
falls off.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's a bear.
No, he won't last in a zoo. I'm jumping out of the cab and mauling them. Hey, now it's 100% split.
I'm staying in the truck. Got the engine warm up. I got it to work. I'm
That's
there.
real cold, iceberg.
Look. Knew the risks when you took this job.
I'm gonna jump out and try to create an opening for us to flee to the Beyonce truck,
Yeah.
which is something I've always dreamt about saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
man.
grab him and get in. Grab him and get in.
Slick,
I got a
Slick,
one.
Slick comes to the rescue. As some cops were getting ready to fire a net on you to capture you.
Standard cop equipment.
Very standard cop equipment. Slick saves the day, buys you some time, flips over the police truck, making everyone jump out of the way as you guys both run off to the truck.
One of us
Get in,
bipedal,
get
the other one lopping.
Rah, rah.
Yeah, you guys get into the truck, right? And your guys are flooring it. Of course, there's a couple cop cars on hot pursuit.
I
think I'm
extend my
just-
middle claws.
Yeah!
I think I'm just
Do
clinging
this!
to. I'm just on top of the trailer, clinging to it, roaring.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the idea that Iceberg seeing this is like already started the car, so you guys had to like, gallop up to it and get on the back of it. And you're
Yeah.
not even in the car yet. Yeah. Okay. What do you
That's
guys do?
fair.
The cops are on your tail. You're gonna have to lose them for this heist to be successful.
I gun it. I know one thing now. I'm good at one thing. And by God, I'm gonna do it. So I'm going to roll 2d6. All right, yeah, I got a 2.
Awesome.
Oh.
So Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you gun it. So how do you lose them? I mean, you're going off in the off road in the desert, so like you have your whole slew of like rock bridges, canyons, hidey holes, caves, the whole shebang.
Well, I'm going to
Ramp the truck. Catch some sweet air.
I'm going to use my heritage to know. Obviously, it's kind of a dry, cracked ground in the desert, and I can tell like what's cracked as far as it's just cracked, and like the structural integrity of the ground is at stake. So I'm gonna kind of fishtail the truck back and forth. So like the cab of the truck isn't going to is going over the safe spaces, but the actual trailer is just kind of like a
Swaying.
fish, like
Yeah.
a
That
fish,
we're on.
kind of coasting. You're one of you's in the back. Austin's
No, both of them are on the fishtail thing, but no, you guys are fine.
No, you're fine. Hang on. You have the claws. You're good. Okay, so I'm kind of using that to kick up the cracked earth and create a dust trail and rocks everywhere from the back. I'm professional at this.
Very professional.
So we're just kicking up dust, raising hell, losing them.
Yeah. I mean, you succeed. The dust spins out, so we see that point of the cars. We hear the sirens go like like they like turn off as the car like has to like fishtail, and then you get out of the car and like you see they're wearing like their aviator sunglasses, and they look out like and the dust clears and your car is nowhere to be found. You just ghosted them.
Nice.
So congratulations. Where do you guys go with the honey? What's the meetup location? Like what's the safe spot?
Slick, you got any contacts?
Yeah, we try a couple of our contacts. Some of them aren't in the business anymore, but meet up with a nice older black bear. She's a mom now, but she's still dealing honey and her baked goods. We pull up to her house.
In suburbia?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. And with the big old truck of Beyonce.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievably good.
We got
honey.
a live one.
Yeah. Cool. I think they're there to welcome you, and I think that's it then for this episode of the Honey Heist. Then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine this game has. I don't know. I don't think there's a part 2 after doing that, but that was good.
Yeah.
So
Nice quick game.
yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I definitely had to rely a lot on my Blades in the Dark. and failing forward ideas for like how do I get the heist started. But overall this was good. I like this a lot. I
do too.
Yeah, this is really fun. I would definitely do this again sometime, or any of those other games.
Yeah. So my question for you guys here is that it just seems like, I mean, even for like a one shot and stuff like that, and just making everything up off on the fly, it seems pretty difficult to like get into the the relationship of, are we humans, or like there's humans and bears, or bears and humans, like what are we actually doing, because obviously the book says like we kind of just grunt to each other as a thing. So that's what I completely imagine when the cops were coming by and just see a bear going
Yep.
and they're like, I don't understand you, and you're like, "Brah!" That was good. Yeah, just a lot of failing forward.
Yeah.
But okay. I mean, that's it then, I guess. Yeah. So any other thoughts about the game? Anybody?
my one thought is that Grant Howitt does a ton of these one-page RPGs.
And they're all
And
so good.
yeah, we've played Golden Sea and now this, and there's Three Kings, which is about being
Is that the Tarot Heist one?
No, that's it's about being the Three Kings going to Nazareth,
Oh.
but you're all liches.
Yes.
Rules!
If I think
great.
that's correct. So yeah,
Oh.
there's a bunch of them out there.
Oh, sweet Grant. Yeah, and he's a game making machine. He has under 40 hours to go on his current existing The Spire
Here we go.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, totally check that out and give them a back. Grant is one of those amazing game design people. If I ever had to go across the pond, I would love to bump into him and just talk to him about games and stuff. I've heard him on a couple interviews, and he's just seems like a very sweet person. Just awesome and loves designing. So it's super nice. So shout out to him and support the games that they make.
Yeah, I backed his last Kickstarter, and you at a certain level you get the there's like an audio designer's like behind the scenes kind of thing, him talking about his design thoughts. And it's I saw that the Spire has that option too, and I think it's definitely worth it if you're interested in game design.
Oh yeah.
I think he has a Patreon also where he posts a lot of his one pager things. I need to go back and back that. And he's got like an itch where he's got what was it, the Homecoming collection, I think, is 4 short games that he wrote, including the Wizard one and I think a sequel to Dr. Magnet Hands, which is the one that's only was written drunk and has only been GM'd drunk for drunk people. So
Okay. No, I did not know Grant had a Patreon, and so I just backed that too because I love supporting designers. That's what I want to do. I want more games to exist in the world in a big way.
Especially quality games like this. Like you can really tell there's a lot of heart and soul in them, and they're just so fun. And
yeah, that's the thing. Like these are the sorts of games where I could get some friends together in a bar and I'd be like, oh, I don't really play like D&D or whatever. It's like, you can
play
this.
bears?
Yes.
With hats?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That elevator. Grant's. I just think the crafting of the 1, you have a complex plan, and 2, you're a goddamn bear is like that's all you needed. That's all you needed for everything. Everything else stems from it. So yeah, this was really good. So let's just go over real quick who everyone is one more time. And so if people want to know who you are and what you do on the internets, how people can find you and stuff. So let's go with the reverse order this time. Austin.
I'm Austin. I'm the primary GM and community manager for You Don't Meet in an Inn, which is a podcast with a rotating diverse cast that focuses on obscure tabletop role-playing games. We've actually played 2 of Grant Howitt's games already, and they were both really fun.
Yes. Excellent. Cool. Kirby, I believe you also do something.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Fancy Rectangles. I also have a website at bara.moe. That's BARA.MOE. You can find all kinds of things I'm working on. I've been working on releasing videos from a stream I did playing the new No Man's Sky. I also remembered now to shout out I'm also doing an actual play campaign with some people playing Dungeon World. We actually released our episode 0, which is where we play Microscope. So you can find that linked on the page. We go by Delta Squad because it's actually it's I think 5 or 6 different campaigns of Dungeon World that all like meet separately and have separate parties, but we decided to do a shared world
Collaborative. Yeah.
So that's been really weird and fun, and we're just comparing notes on like, hey, if anybody else is doing salamanders, this is what we decided salamanders are like. And that's been a ton of fun. I think we're the only group that's recording right now, but we should have our first actual session up sometime soon. I'll definitely tweet about it when it's there. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to.
What are your recording? Where can people find your recordings if they're interested in them?
If you go to bara.moe, it has a link to my YouTube page. I also have the first Delta Squad session, the microscope one, embedded on the page, as well as playlists. I think I have a playlist that has the last time I was on this show on it, and when this goes up on YouTube, I'll put that there too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. If you can, definitely, if you feel like it, you should totally link it in chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I've been watching chat like on my PS4, so I have to go over and use the controller.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't want to I had too many windows, so I just have the PS4 on my TV.
I hear that.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And while you're doing that, Christine.
Hi, I'm Christine Blight. I'm the creator, editor, sound manager, artist, like a bunch of just stuff. Because I'm too poor to hire people. Of You Don't Meet in an Inn. What Austin was explaining. And you can find us on iTunes or Libsyn, or any of the Reddit posts that we constantly post on. Or you can find the episode links on our Twitter, which you can find at Not an Inn. We'd love to see you guys and interact with you guys if you want.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not following you guys, because I'm subscribed to you.
Really?
So I don't know why I don't follow you on Twitter. So let's fix that. Okay, easy. So yeah, everybody, thank you guys so much. I know this was a super short episode, but this is Once Upon a Game. It's a open game one-shot show where if you're interested in playing one-shot game, follow me on my Discord, and let me put it in chat. Discord. I have a Once Upon a Game channel, and there's a sign-up sheet. I know August is completely filled in, but I'm gonna be at Gen Con, and we should, if you're gonna be there, talk to me.
Cool.
And and I'm going to be posting up September soon, and I don't know what I'm going to play there yet for September. So you have suggestions for games, let me know. I know this game was suggested, and so I'm super happy to do that. I know I only do it once a week, so it's really hard sometimes to get everyone's game in all the time, but I want to, and I want everyone to play more games. That's why I do this. There's so many amazing games out there that people just never heard of, or they just don't feel like they can play it because they feel like someone else has to run it for them, or they've heard of the game and they haven't seen it played before. And so they go to YouTube and they want to see what the game's like when it's played, and it's not a Google Plus Hangouts. So that's what I want to do, and so thank you guys so much for enjoying that. I know as Christine and Austin, I know you guys took a shot. There's a random stranger tonight, and I appreciate that. Right, to spend some time, take time out of your life, to do this, and I really appreciate that, and it means a lot to me. Everyone was super great. Chat was hilarious. Big shout out to Drummer Boy for the Klondike bar. That was the best. But also, I think the pun of the game tonight has to go to Kirby though for Fast and the Furious. That was good.
I do my best.
Everyone did a great job tonight. So thank you all so much. We'll be back.
You.
I think next week I believe we're playing Polaris, which is an inspiration for this game by Ben Lehman. So we'll be doing that, and then I don't know what I'm doing for September, but we'll see. All right. So that's it, everybody. Take care, everyone. It was super short, but
Good
I love
night.
you all. Yeah. Good night.